No one knew why a golden dog sat outside the small-town hospital every morning. Sunny days, rainy days, she was always there. People passed by and noticed her eyes deep, calm, filled with something that looked like hope. She never barked or begged. Nurses sometimes left a piece of bread beside her, but she rarely ate. She only lifted her head whenever the hospital doors opened, as if searching for someone who never came. Months earlier, an old man named Thomas had suffered a heart attack at home. When the ambulance arrived, his loyal dog Daisy chased after it down the wet street. Witnesses said she tried to jump onto the ambulance but couldn't. The red lights faded into the distance, leaving her trembling in the rain. From that day on, she came to the hospital gate every morning, waiting. People tried to take her home, but each time the gate opened, she ran back to her spot. For Daisy, this was the door where her master would return. Days turned into weeks. Every morning, cleaners found Daisy curled near the corner wall, the same place every time. People grew fond of her. A little girl left a scarf over her back. A security guard shared half his sandwich. They began to call her Hope. Winter arrived. Snow covered her fur, yet Daisy never moved far from the door. She shivered quietly but kept her eyes fixed on the entrance, the last place she'd seen Thomas. Inside the hospital, machines still beeped beside a man who never woke up. One morning the doors opened, but it wasn't Thomas. A young nurse stepped out, carrying a small box wrapped in white cloth and a note with the name Daisy. She knelt down beside the dog and whispered, "He's gone home now, sweet girl." Daisy sniffed the box once, then slowly lay down beside it. She curled her paws around it, as if holding him again. That afternoon, the sky turned golden. When the nurse came to check, Daisy was still there, peaceful, eyes closed, guarding the little box as if guarding her heart. The hospital staff buried Daisy under the old oak tree behind the building, beside Thomas's resting place. Each spring, wildflowers bloom across that little patch of earth. Locals say that if you visit early in the morning, you might still see a golden shape sitting quietly under the tree, watching the hospital doors. New nurses hear her story and smile through tears. One wrote on a note pinned to the tree, "Love doesn't need promises, only patience." Daisy never knew she became a legend, but her love still lives in every flower that grows there. True love never asks for anything. It simply waits sometimes. Forever, kindness still exists. Subscribe to Soul Paw Stories V for more touching tales.